4 years old daughter. My question is, assume she will get into one program, either citywide or district, and for some reason we want to change the school within the same group. Do I need to retest, or what's the process?
So that would be a transfer. I assume you're describing a situation where you are enrolled at a school, your child attends for some period of time, and then you're interested in moving them to another school. Right. Transfers are really only considered based on a hardship for the family. Perhaps there is a child care hardship, or you have a sibling at another school, and you're looking to try to get your children together, or if there's a genuine medical or safety hardship. In general, gifted and talented transfers are few and far between due to the fact that they are screened programs, and we don't always see a lot of reason why a child would need to transfer from one G&T program to another.
How about if I move?
If you move, absolutely. So you would, we would look to programs in your new district of residence, and if there was a seat available at the grade your child was in, we would look to place your child in that program. But it is subject to seat availability. So some families move to a new district that has far less programs, and those programs are already full at the upper grades. So this kind of brings up another topic I should mention, is that we make the most placements in kindergarten. These are empty classrooms that we fill with students essentially through the G&T process. As those children get older, they move through a school and age up. They age up into the first grade, where we may only make a handful of offers for first grade for the program here, because those students have moved up a year and they are now occupying those seats. So it's not a guarantee that we will be able to accommodate a family in their new home district.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Some of this is just making me realize other points I'd like to mention. And one of them is really, I think, one of the most important points about G&T is that it's not a guarantee that you will receive placement if your child is eligible. And it's not a guarantee that your child will receive placement if your child achieves the highest score, a 99. Many programs, we fill the seats with those 99s. Those families who have a child who scored a 99 and has a sibling before we exhaust all of the 99s. So that's not the case for every school, and that's not the case for every program. But it's something worth knowing that this is an option out there, but it is not a guarantee. Unlike our kindergarten process, where we encourage all families to apply and all families are guaranteed a placement for their child to attend general kindergarten. So I just feel the need to mention that. Yeah.
How do you choose among the 99s? Is that based on score, or is it a lottery?
So for Principal Beckman's program here, we're going to first place all the families who live in the district, who have a sibling, descending by score. So again, you live in District 2, you have a sibling already here in the school, and we're going to place the 99s first, the 98s, the 97s, 96, all the way down. Then we're going to look at the siblings who do not live in the district, and we're going to place them. And then we look to families who live in the district who do not have a sibling by score. So each band of priority, whether it be district or sibling, is descending by score. So this brings up another reality of the G&T process, is that a lower scoring sibling could be placed before a higher scoring non-sibling. And the rationale behind that is to keep families together, to try to keep siblings in the same school. But again, worth knowing.
Can I
Please.
ask a question? It's from personal family. I had a nephew who scored 99 and only wanted to go to Anderson because that was right where they lived.
Sure.
This was a couple of years ago, and they had to have a lottery.
So,
because
yeah, okay.
so many kids scored high, and they all wanted that school.
Yeah.
So now my question is, he didn't get it. Okay, so he's at another school. Do the children who don't get in, is there a lottery wait list for the citywide schools?
For all of the schools, really. But this is a great, and it kind of goes off your question. If there are more students in a certain priority group than there are seats, the order of that wait list is random. So of all those 99s that, let's say your nephew had a sibling there and he's in that group, where they fall on the wait list in terms of who would be next to get an offer is randomized. It is sort of, we don't refer to it as a lottery, but the order on that wait
I'm not
list is.
talking about for the kindergarten year, let's say, but let's say the child goes somewhere else
Yeah.
for kindergarten. Then does the wait list still
No.
continue for first grade, second grade?
No.
As it does
Families
in-
would need to retest. If they didn't receive any placement at all, you would need to have your child
Retest.
tested each year
Okay.
for eligibility.
So then, going along with that, since this is pre-K through 3, the program,
Yeah,
That you
so
can get
kindergarten
into.
through third grade.
so if somebody retests in first grade, second grade, whatever, and gets a good high score for GNT, what if there are no spaces available? Then they just don't get in, right?
They won't get a placement. Yeah,
They
I
won't
mean,
get a
and that happens to many families. We have far more qualifiers than we have available seats in the city.
Have you thought about expanding this program?
Absolutely, and we assess the need each year. We look at schools where we may have the space to implement a new program and grow one, and also where programs are so under-enrolled that we do need to start phasing them out. District 2 is a little difficult because we're a little tight on space in District 2. There are several schools that experience overcrowding of their own zoned families, so we cannot rationalize allowing other families from the district to come into a school while we're essentially overflowing students who are entitled and zoned to that school to another school in the district. So every year we take a look at this and we like to put new programs out there. However, sometimes there's a conflict between where there is space and where families will attend.
Mandana, would you like to talk a little bit about the program here? Now, the program here is it pre-K through 5?
So our